Well, this one is straight from the comments of another video, so let's just dive in and see what happens. This one is called the Highway Star 4231, based on a couple of others. This is by Knapp or Gerrard. Again, this was sent to me in a comment of one of the previous videos. So as always, if you have a tactic you want to test, or you want me to test with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town, just feel free to send them along, send them in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. But this one is, I mean, it looks like a fairly standard 4-2-3-1, but is apparently the best 4-2-3-1 that is out there right now. So we're going to dive into the Premier League right now and see how it worked. Well, taking a look at the Premier League, you can see Liverpool coming in first place, 96 points, 112 goals. Villa in third with 81 and 90. Not too bad. Liverpool's domestic cup run ends for the FA Cup fourth round against Aston Villa 0-3, but they get to the Carabao Cup final. They beat Manchester United 5-0. That is a thrashing. And they get all the way to the Europa League final, 3 trophies this season, 2 all in penalty win against Napoli. So as I just said, 3 trophies is phenomenal. The FA Cup sucked pieces, but, I'll take that with the other 3. Squad-wise, they had the sea of green as usual, about average though. 27 goals for McAllister, Nunez with 26, 25 for Jota, Chiesa gets 20. Wow, that is interesting to see. Assists, 30 for Robertson, 16 for McAllister and Chiesa. Wow, Chiesa had really having a season, but average rating 7.52 for McAllister. That is insane. And I'm going to assume Chiesa did so well because Salah was out for 4 months with a broken lower leg. Wow. Well, switching over to Aston Villa side, they beat Ipswich in the Carabao Cup third round 6-3. They got 3 back, which is interesting. But they do lose in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals to Manchester United. We already saw them absolutely just trash Liverpool to pieces 3-0 in the FA Cup fourth round. But they do get to the FA Cup fifth round, lose to Crystal Palace 1-2. But they do get a trophy of their own this season, Europa Conference League final 3-1 win over Fiorentina. So overall, not a bad season. The quarterfinals are okay for the Carabao Cup. FA Cup is kind of trash, but winners of the Conference League, third place of the Premier League, Champions League next season. It's pretty nice. And they've got pretty good sea of green for themselves, at least. They usually don't get a lot, but 23 goals for Ramsey, 18 for Douglas Luiz, assists 16 for Ramsey and Matty Cash, 15 for Luiz. And then average rating, Jacob Ramsey gets the 7.47. Data hub for Liverpool, as you'd expect, through and through attacking. Defense is looking pretty nice as well. Goals per game, 2.95, 0.87 conceded, 0.8 XG against. And the shots are up there really well. Aston Villa, yeah, about the same, just goals down in that department. Defensively, they're a little bit better than average, but I mean, they're kind of on the average mark to a degree. 2.37 goals per game. A flat 1 conceded is definitely better. 1.18 XG against, though. Premier League stats, Liverpool in first with most points per game, 2.53. Aston Villa in third with 2.13. Most goals, Liverpool and Aston Villa come first and second, 112 down to 90. Fewest shots against, Liverpool with 252, Aston Villa all the way down with 340. Most possession, 55% for Liverpool, 53 for Aston Villa. Most dribbles made, Liverpool making the list with 641. Best pass completion, Liverpool make the list again with 87%. And most shots for Liverpool with 717, Villa with 616. But now, no surprise for Ipswich Town. They come in first place, 120 points, 150 goals. Yeah, that worked. As we saw already, they drop out in the Carabao Cup third round 6-3 to Aston Villa. They do make it to the FA Cup final, losing to Manchester United by a single goal. That is insane. They beat West Ham, they beat Tottenham, they beat Manchester City 2-0. So overall, this is a fantastic season. First place in the championship, runners up in the FA Cup. Yeah, I would definitely take this. Squad-wise, I mean, they got more green than usual, but unfortunately, it's usually not a lot. 18 goals for Chaplin, 17 for Hurst and Burns. Assists, Wes Burns with 22, 20 for Connor Chaplin, an average rating Wes Burns with a 7.37. Championship stats, 2.61 points per game for Ipswich, so better than Liverpool had. First place for most goals at 150, my God. Fewer shots against in second with 339. Most dribbles made in seventh with 732. And most shots for in first with 807. But now let's take a deeper dive into the tactic itself. We have a sweeper keeper in defend, fullbacks on the left and the right in attack. We have ball playing defenders in the defense spots in the center, 2 DMs in support. We got inside forwards in support on both sides. Mark specific positions are that DRDL. We've got an attacking midfielder in attack And then we got an advance for it in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession, attacking with his narrow, approach play is pass into space, focus play down the left and the right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So overall, how did it work for our three teams? I won't say that this is the best tactic that our tests have seen. However, it worked very well. 150 goals is insane, 120 points. The attacking side of both, all three teams were very well. Aston Villa coming in third, 81 points. Salah even having a down season, and they still got 96 points on 112 goals. I would definitely check this out. Compared to some of the other 4-2-3 ones, I guess it all depends on your squad and what fits best, but this one worked very well. I would definitely suggest taking a look. But then again, it's a nap tactic. What do you expect? But that's it for me, Safi and FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.